Renay. Tell me again, why are we killing this man? Carl Ritz's Winchester rifle asked, turning toward him, long black barrel resembling a proboscis, its sole melancholy brown eye blinking at him through its telescopic sight. The gun smells of gun oil and rust. Probably shouldn't have taken 2 tabs of blotter acid before doing a hit on somebody. Or was it more like 3 tabs? 4? 4? Lucky 4, Carl thinks. The first American Nazi ever met, Steve Williams, lived just 2 houses down from his parents' house where he lived until they threw him out for smoking grass. Steve's family were all Nazis. A huge swastika flag hung in the rec room, a room pungent uh, with what smelled of Coors Light beer and menthol cigarette smoke. Lots of good times there, smoking 2 paper joints. But it wasn't just the good dope. They taught him things. The Williamses, like he wasn't the fat pimple-faced loser his parents told him he was. He was not just a high school dropout with an F average. He was an Aryan, a member of the master race. Carl laughs. His laughter echoes, sound fading in and out like a defective cell phone in a traffic tunnel. Man, Steve's dope was always killer in those days. Killer. Killer. Kill. I said, why are we killing him? The Winchester intones in a flat, lemon-flavored, sepulchral vicar's voice. Carl blinks. The naked picture on a Playboy calendar tacked to a cobweb wall winks at him seductively. Carl breathes, and the calendar girl breathes, and the universe breathes in, with, and through them. We're killing him because that dink has no business being president. Neither does that pickaninny sidekick of his for being a VP, Carl answers. The rifle grows heavy in his hands. The rifle sighs. It's a lonely sound, like the groan of a cross-town bus pulling out of a rain-drenched Tacoma bus station. Oh, great. It figures I draw a racist for an owner. It's no more than I deserve. I hate my life. Speaking of life, Carl thinks, sweat falling in a miniature monsoon down his face. Bud Hedges, leader of the Aryan Order, made it clear what would happen to him if he blew another job. He would wind up using a drum of acid as a jacuzzi, and what little would be left of him wouldn't enjoy the experience much. Maybe the LSD had been a bad idea. A really, really bad idea. Really. I really shouldn't be participating in this. I should be shooting a deer or something. Yeah, a man uses me to put venison on his table for his wife and kids. There's something noble about this, about that. This is just so sordid. Carl feels his heart quicken. Man, if those jerks in my old neighborhood could see me now, he thinks, remembering all the fat retard jokes he had endured at their hands while growing up. The jokes had stopped when he and his Nazi buddies started giving out free Louisville slugger massages to his neighbors. He can hear the faint sounds of "Hail to the Chief" on the street below, growing in volume. The marching band was playing its heart out. Bystanders are cheering. It's almost time. Carl peers out of the fifth-story window of the Norman Watts building. An unseasonably cool summer breeze blows against his face. In his hands, the rifle feels like a living thing, wriggling, shifting weight in his grasp. His dry mouth tastes of metal. There is a brief glint of a telescopic sight in the fifth-story window next to his building. Had he been a bit more lucid, he might have realized that this meant that a second sniper, the one who wasn't a patsy, was lining up a kill shot. What am I, anyway? The rifle asked. You're a Malmsberg 100 ATR 270 Winchester, and we're about to make history. Well, color me happy, the rifle says, his voice leaden with sarcasm. Malmsberg, huh? That makes me Jewish. And you know how my people have suffered? Oh, that's right. I'll bet you're an anti-Semite, too. What? Oven burners? Damn straight. Now shut up. The president is almost into the kill zone now. Carl hyperventilates, and his heart is doing calisthenics in his chest. I wish I'd never been forged, the rifle sighs. Let's not do this, Carl. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Almost time. Carl squeezes the trigger. After this is over, promise me you'll disassemble me and throw my parts in Alice Lake. The rifle jerks in his hands with the report. At the last moment, the rifle snakes its shot-worn barrel around, spoiling the shot. Carl wipes off what seems to be the rifle's tears from the telescopic sight and fires again. Again. Inside the tiny storage room, the rifle sounds like a cheap fireworks display going off at an NRA 4th of July picnic. The shots miss their mark, but they don't go unnoticed. The storage room door is burst open. Agents fire a balustrade, turning Carl into something resembling a piece of Swiss cheese dipped in marinara sauce. Much later. The Malmsberg is placed in a brightly lit glass museum case next to an Italian Carnico rifle. I say the president, you know, the Malmsberg says. I understand you weren't so lucky. That's bullshit. You should have been here. My firing pin was too risky to allow Oswald to fire me. Besides, he was upstairs drinking a Coke in the lunchroom when Kennedy was assassinated. The Mannlicher answers in a high, squeaky voice. The Derringer there can't say the same. Hey, Mrs. Lincoln, did you enjoy the play? Fuck both of y'all, the Derringer says in a slow, southern drawl. And that's the end of The Self-Loathing Rifle, written by Wanetta Renay and read by yours truly, your servant, Dr. Zavula. If you enjoy this new non-musical approach to the story, and it seems more apprehensible to you, do let me know in the comments below. I would appreciate it, as I want to make these stories, as accessible and as frightening as they possibly can be. Now, I must say good night.